talk about this topic because I love partnering with my hosts, and so Hostess Coaching is exactly that. So I'm just going to go over a few things with you guys that I've done in the past and that I currently do, just throw out some ideas to help you guys with how to partner with your host. So the first thing that I want to say is if you have a party booked with somebody and they're willing to invite their friends and family to their home, that is a great client. That is somebody that you want to partner with because they are getting you in front of people that you don't know. So gratitude really is huge when it comes to Hostess Coaching. Make sure that they understand how thankful you are that they are hosting for you, and help them to understand that what this party is for them is going to help them to get a lot out of it. So sometimes in the past, I'm not sure if there's somebody not muted, Beth, but anyway, sometimes in the past, when I was brand new in Arbonne and I would book a party, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, Brittany, I'm super excited you booked this party today. I'll see you next Thursday at 6 o'clock. And I would just show up their house Thursday at 6 o'clock and no one would be there. So I learned along the way that you really have to communicate with your host. There is a really great form that's on Beth's website on bethgalardi.com. Just type in the password Arbonne, and there's a presentation tracker tool. So it looks like this, and this I've used since the very beginning of my business when I started hosting Hostess Coaching, and I love it because there's a way for you to put in all your party dates and the host information and the show time and all that, so that you can keep track of your month-by-month parties. So the first thing that it says on that paper is review your host info. So I do that at the party. So if, let's just say Whitney's booking a party for me and Brittany is there, because I'm looking at both of you girls right now. Brittany is the one who books the party at the party. So I might sit down at the end of the party that I'm at and say, okay, Brittany, what's your phone number? What's your address? What kind of party would you like to have? I like to offer my host the option of doing either a facial or a foot spa or a nutrition party. I like to separate it. The reason that I do that is because I think if they're at a nutrition party and they want to hear about makeup, then we can book a party versus me bringing everything to one party and making it a super long party. It's actually another incentive for them to get other friends over, or even maybe a few of the friends that were at that current party, to hear about another product line that Arbonne has. So when I'm reviewing the host info, really what that means is, are you getting the address of the party? Do you have the date and time down? Do you know what kind of party you're having? Do they know what their host gift is if you did deal or no deal or whatever it may be? I write all that in my calendar and make sure I have all that. The next thing that I do, I try to do this at the end of the week. Is every Friday, typically, I'll sit down and I'll write down thank you cards to all of the people who booked a party with me that week. So if I had 3 parties that week and I got 6 parties booked off those 3, I'm going to sit down and write a thank you card to all 6 hosts. Or you can do it the night of, whatever kind of routine you want to get in, but get some cute thank you cards. Write a little note that says, oh my gosh, Brittany, I'm super excited about your party on June 9th at whatever time. Can't wait to share makeup with you and your friends. Super excited to help you earn tons of free stuff. We're going to have a blast. This means the world to me. Love, Kim. Because this thank you card that they're getting in the mail, people don't really get those anymore, but it's another touch and it's a non-pushy way to coach your host and help her to know that you're thinking about her, that you appreciate her, that you have gratitude for what she's doing for you. And it's just another check-in with them to remind them that they're having a party. So if they happen to book a party with you like 3 or 4 days ago and they get a letter in the mail or a card in the mail that says, thank you so much, that's going to be another little, oh yeah, I've got that party booked and I got this cute card. I got to start inviting people without you calling and asking them who they've invited. So that's the second thing I do. It depends on what you guys like to do. I have postcard invitations that I had made up at Vistaprint, and I've got little cute facials on there, and it just says, you're invited to have some girl time for a free facial with Arbonne whenever I do facial parties. And then on the back, it has my return address, and it's got a place for like the label for their address. And I actually print labels with the host information and the party and all that on here. I don't use these as much as I used to anymore, but I feel like with an older crowd, like maybe my mom's age or older, they like paper invitations. And so I do use this for the older crowd. For the younger crowd, I use red stamp. I will make an invitation right then and there at the party and I'll text it to them immediately. or I will wait and use that as a coaching tool. It depends on the person. If it's a really good client of mine and I know that they're going to be on it, I'll text it to them right there. But what I like to do is wait a little bit. So at the party, when I have booked the party with them, I kind of hostess coach them right there and just tell them over invite. That, you know, if you're inviting 20 to 30 people, you might have 5 to 10 show up. I always explain that a great party for me is 5 to 8 people. That's an ideal party for me. And I tell them that the first thing that they should do is person-to-person invitation. So what I encourage my hosts to do is call people individually and say, hey, Amy, it's Kim. I'm having a girls' night out on Friday. We're going to do facials. Hopefully you can make it. I'm serving margaritas. That's the simplicity of it. I try really hard not to have my hosts go into super great detail about the products or how they're made or any of that. I just want them to tell their friends that they're going to have a girls' night in, or they're going to do a weight loss extravaganza and everybody's going to try weight loss and we're all going to lose weight together. It's going to be a girls' fun night or whatever it may be. I just tell them to keep it fun and to text them or call them individually. A lot of people go towards the whole, I want to do a Facebook invite, I want to do a mass group text, and I really deter my hosts from doing that because I feel like a personal invitation is so much better than a group invite. So what I like to do after they've called everybody, and probably about 5 days before the party, I will call the host and just say, oh my gosh, Brittany, I'm super excited about your party in a few days. Can't wait to be there. How's everything going? I've got everything, you know, packed up for you and I can't wait to be there. Are your friends excited? And that's more of an expectant attitude versus, oh, well, how many people do you have coming? Or have you called everybody yet? Or, hey, who did you call? That's not as fun and exciting as being expectant and just saying, I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun. So who all's coming? I've got everything packed away. We're going to have a great time. So when they tell you that, and you check in, you know, 4 or 5 days before the party, that they don't know yet who's coming, or they haven't invited anybody, or they don't have a head count, your response is always going to be, oh, that's okay, girl. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to text you over that invite that I promised you. You can use it as a reminder for all the people who said that they're coming. And then for the people that you haven't invited yet, you'll have it so that you can send it to them once you talk to them on the phone to see if they can come as a reminder. And that way they have your address and the time. So I encourage people to use that as like a reminder instead of an invitation, because the personal connection is really what's going to get their friends there. If they had a personal phone call saying, hey, I want you at my house. Another thing that I encourage my hosts to do too is if she has somebody that she really feels like would love these products but wouldn't necessarily come, I tell her to tell that friend that I have a special gift for them if they bring a friend. Or I tell her, oh, just have your friend bake brownies and have her bring the brownies and you do the ice cream. And that way the person who comes has a job and the reason that they're coming, and so they come. So those are just some ways that I help people get people there. I do a lot of encouragement with bring a friend and I'll give you a gift, or I'll give you extra coins towards the game that I play, is what I do a lot of. I definitely play games at my parties to get bookings, but I know we've done a lot of phone calls about that. So basically on this list is really what you do. So the first thing it says is review the info at the party with the host, address and all that. Send the thank you card automatically. That's a great thing. Text or mail the invites, whatever kind of host they would prefer. Some people prefer handout invitations and some people prefer text. And then the next thing that you do is if you do mail invitations for the host, I try to do it for them. If they do the paper invitation, I will actually get a list of addresses and mail it for them. That way I know that they're out. This is a really cool thing that I've done and it works really great. If you have a paper invitation. But if you have a paper invitation and they've got 20 guests on your list and I've got all their addresses and I've mailed them out, I'll put like a little heart. Getting a phone call. Hopefully that's okay. Okay, so anyways, I'll put a little heart sticker or a smiley face on my invitation, and I'll call the host and I'll be like, hey, I have a really super fun game for you. Just so you know, I mailed out all 20 invites to your friends 2 days ago, so they should all have them by now. So when you call everybody to see who's coming, who got their invite, check around to see who got the little heart in the corner. And if you figure out who has that heart on their invitation, I will give you a free chapstick. or a free hand cream or a free detox tea or something like that. It's a really cool way to get your host to call their guests to see who's coming, without making them feel like it's a chore, because now they have a prize out of it. So I only pick one invite. I put a little something on it so that when they call, they can ask their friend, hey, are you the one who had the smiley face? Or are you the one that had the heart or whatever on their invite, if you do paper ones. So anyways, and then just like the day before, I just remind the host to make phone calls to remind everybody that it's going to be a lot of fun, that they're going to be serving margaritas and it's going to be a great time, and we're going to get free facials, whatever it may be. And then I go the next day and I do the party. Now, I just want to make sure that you guys know too that if your host is on it, if she called her people, if she sent out invites, if she has a lot of people coming, that is a huge indication to you that she would be a great business partner. So if you have a host that has a good network of people that are all coming to the party, that is something that you need to take note of. And when you go to that party, you want to partner with that host. You want to make sure that she knows that she's awesome, that she did such a great job in coaching people, that, oh my gosh, your friends were so much fun, or oh my gosh, your friends had a great time tonight. And you want to partner with that host and help her to see that the party that she just had could be a launch into her business. So if your host sells $500 in products, gets one booking, and has one girl interested in the business, at the end of that party, that's what I go over with them is, oh my gosh, Brittany, you had such an awesome party. We sold $500 in products. We got one booking or two bookings off your party, and you have a friend that's interested in the business. Have you ever thought of doing something like this? Because my goodness, you had such a great party. Your friends loved this so much. They could get it from you instead of from me. And so partnering with your host when you're working up to the party helps them to build trust and rapport with you. But then at the party, showing them that this could be a business opportunity for them and utilizing that party that they just had to show them how they can create that business is what I do quite often. So I always treat my host kind of like my business partner. So that's